What's good with y'all? You know what it is. It's your boy, the chosen one, God's chosen son, coming on here with a very important message to the people. PSA, right? Man, I'm coming on here to let y'all know, don't let people play with y'all, bruh. Do not let people play with y'all. In the faith, what I'm coming to understand in this season that I'm in, it's a lot of enemies to be had, bro. For simply speaking the truth, and just being a progenitor of light. We fight against wickedness and evils and principalities in high places, not against flesh and blood. And a lot of the time, and things and people that be coming against you when you on your square, when you in your life, you in a gym with your life, you teed up. A lot of these people in situations is thrown at you to test you. But with that being said, we have to know how to operate and know what to, do given the trial that we're in. Sometimes you gotta turn the other cheek. Sometimes the Bible says it's a time for everything. It says it's a time for peace and it's a time for war, a time for love, a time for hate. A time to mourn, a time to laugh. So you have to be able to understand, when you moving against these principalities and people that be getting body snatched by demons, what to do. Now, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna let it be known. Do not let these wicked entities play with you in this time dispensation that we in. We live in a very, very, very serious climate and serious time. We in the last days. We at the final stretch, the final hour, the final act. We don't have no time for people getting us outside of ourselves and whatnot. Grape juice. Grape juice never tastes like grape. But yeah. Anyway, don't let people play with you. Sometimes the response you have to have towards certain people, it has to be firm. Sometimes you're gonna have to sit there. What got to do with me, you fucking piece of shit? Excuse him, y'all. But sometimes you have to be able to be bold, tell the truth to people in a very firm and stern manner, and be ready for the persecution, the outcome. We can't always be timid in our response. We can't always, be, reserved and be afraid of the consequences of somebody who may be in some type of position of leverage over us, or somebody that you care about deeply. If you care about them so deeply, you're gonna tell them the truth, and their reaction is not gonna change the love that you have for them. And for the former situation, you just gotta let people know, like, when it comes to the chosen, when it comes to the God's anointed, the people he chose, we are not to be played with. The Bible say, touch not my anointed. We not to be played with. We are precious in this time. We are progenitors of his word. Understand that. We are progenitors of his word. The believers of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are progenitors of the word of God, pushing forth his will. We are not to be played with. We are not to be taken advantage of, lied to, gossiped about, lied on. That stuff is not to be taken lightly. It's consequences for stuff like that. And I don't mean consequences you got to take it to your own hands. We know that vengeance is the Lord's. But it's consequences that he will bring forth to people for that. And sometimes he will bless you with the spirit of utterance, the spirit of might in particular moments against particular adversaries that Satan sends you against you. in order to combat them physically or verbally. It's like what Christ was talking to the scribes and the Pharisees. And a lot of the times he would flip what they was trying to accuse him of on themselves. He would just tell them, like, bro, you tweaking, bruh. What you mean? Right? You tweaking. Like, I see what y'all on, the manipulation. Y'all full of dead man's bones. I had to come on here and share this. This was strong on my spirit. The times we are coming into are like no other. And if you are a true believer of the gospel of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Most High God of Israel, Yah, take this with the most utmost of importance. Because we are entering a season of refinement. And anything that needs to be refined, if it's a weapon, steel, it has to go through a furnace. If it's diamond, it has to be pressure. So God is going to use the adversary to test us. And we have to know how to move in accordance with situations and use wisdom. Stay prayed up out there. And, keep praying, keep believing in Yah, keep being a good person. Keep having that love in your heart. Because ultimately, sometimes we got so much love, it's to a fault where we let people take advantage. Don't let people play with you, man. Do not let people play with you. Don't let them take your kindness for weakness. Bear them fangs when the time is right. With that being said, it's your boy, Grape Juice, signing out.